All right. I know I had y'all in Raybrook for a minute. You know what I mean? We've been telling new Raybrook stories, you know. But I'm going to dance over to Atwater for a minute. You know what I mean? Break it up. By Friday, I'm going to get you on, back into the Raybrook. You know, why they kept me in the hole so long. All right?
Hi guys, welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located on the North Island, Freeport.
Tune in to Unique Mecca Audio.
All right. Unique Mecca Audio, man. We're going to take you to Atwater. This like 2008. This after the cop got killed. All right? So they done brought all these police in. I got to tell you about when the cop got killed, you know, how they restructured the whole jail, kept us locked down for 6 months where I watched grass grow. You know what I mean? From scratch. Now, they just ended the lockdown. We come off a lockdown, so they got all types of new rules and structure in place. And yeah, I ain't trying to follow all that crap. Cop the book of Rowan Harlem, man. I'm going to be doing something where everybody that read the book, you know, y'all could come on. I'm going to do a live and we'll discuss the book and have like a book reading, you know, or a book screening joint. But anyway, so I'm in Atwater and I got drunk. You know what I mean? Drunk my little white lightning. Yeah, I like my white lightning, you know, just like, you know, y'all drink your Casamigo and all that. You know what I mean? Now, I done got drunk drinking a little white lightning, had a white dude put up some white lightning for me. I made about maybe a gallon, 2 gallons of that joint, you know, sold a couple of bottles, kept like 4, 24-ounce, Pepsi Cola bottles, Sprite bottles filled with the white lightning. I normally put it in a Sprite bottle because Sprite is white like white lightning. You know what I mean? So I could just take them, throw them right in the cell, put a whole bunch of sodas around it. Police come in, they can't tell, you know, that it's white lightning, and they look at it, first thing on their mind is it's Sprite. You know what I mean? So I put it in there. Now, I'm up in there and I'm drinking, chilling. I'm watching a movie on sci-fi. Yeah, sci-fi. I like my sci-fi little horror movies when I get a little tipsy. So, you know, I mix my little white lightning with a little Pepsi or, you know, a wine Tahitian type punch. You know what I mean? Stir it up with a little ice, you know, get my sip on, you know, might blow a joint or two, and I'm chilling. You know, this is how I'm doing my time. So now, I'm up in there, I get good and drunk, and, you know, I go outside, see a couple of the homies, we smoke a couple more joints in the yard. You know, I work out a little bit, get good and sweaty, go back in, do a little workout. You know what I mean? In the unit, did a little workout, then jumped in the shower. Now, after I jump in the shower, I go back in the cell and I mix another little drink of white lightning and I'm chilling. And before you know it, it's 4 o'clock count. I'm pissy drunk. You know what I mean? I'm pissy drunk. You know, I'm passed out. You know what I mean? Because it's 4 o'clock count, so they getting ready to lock the door. So I get that little hour to sleep and get up when the door's open. Because once that door's open, you got to be suited and booted in the penitentiary. Paying attention, youngin'? You got to be suited and booted in the penitentiary. You know what I mean? So if you ain't trying to be suited and booted every time the door is open, you know, don't go to the penitentiary. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. But I done got pissy drunk sitting in there and 4 o'clock count. So, you know, my cellie come in, good old kid from Kissimmee, Florida. You know what I mean? Big shout out to, you know, my man, Woofer Black. You know what I mean? Woofer Black. I'm going to give you his name because he official, you know, young dude out of Kissimmee. Y'all know Woofer, tell him to call me from Kissimmee, Florida. But Woofer Black, he my cellie out there. Now I go to sleep and 4 o'clock count come out sleep. They normally end by 5:45. So 5:45, I roll over. We still locked down. You know what I mean? We still locked down. So, you know, Woofer can't wait for the doors to open. You know, we call him Black. You know what I mean? What was it? 1-2 or something like that we called him. You know, he'll tell you his name when he get in touch with me. But anyway, he got the lights out. I'm asleep. He got the door. It just started getting dark. It's like 5:30. You know what I mean? They still ain't called a move. I roll over. I said, damn, what's up with the move? You know what I mean? And he said, nah, they ain't called a move yet. You know what I mean? I said, all right. So he's standing in the door and he's looking out the door. The window only this big and like maybe this wide. So only one person could be in the window, and I ain't going to be up on no nigga back trying to look out no window. So I'm laying down because he got the window first. And, you know, it was his cell. You know what I mean? When I moved in the unit, I needed a bottom bunk and a cell with somebody that didn't have a lot of property. Woofer came from over in, from Coleman over there, from Coleman Medium, I think, you know, over there. to where we was at in Atwater. So when he comes over there to where we at in Atwater, he ain't got a lot of property because he's waiting to get transferred to go back east. So, you know, I went to my man Gerald. Big shout out to Gerald Smith from DC. I go to my man Gerald and I tell him, yo, I'm trying to find me a cell with a celly. They ain't got a lot of property. Boom, boom, boom. So Gerald, tell me, yo, there's a kid from Florida up there. He ain't got a lot of property. He real good dude. He clean. His cell always immaculate. He ain't got a lot of nothing. You know what I mean? He gets his money. He goes to commissary. He just, got his, everything he got fit in his locker. So all them legal papers and all that you got, you could put all under the bed and da-da-da-da. So we hollered at Wolford, and Wolford said, give me $100. You know what I mean? So I give him $100. He let me move in. I get the bottom bunk. I was really supposed to be buying the whole cell, but, I gave him 30 days to find somewhere. But after I moved in, he turned out to be a good dude. So we just bypassed that. And then he was like, he ain't really trying to move, that, he liked being in there because the TV cell. And, he liked my vibe. You know what I mean? We used to have good conversation. You know what I mean? Stupid conversations. Like we had one, just to show you how crazy prison is. You know what I mean? And yeah, Wolford, I'm going to put you out there, Black. I think it was 1-2. So we're going to call him 1-2. His name was 1-2. So, 1-2, because it was something to do with Tupac. He liked Tupac. You know what I mean? But we'll call him 1-2. So Wolford is sitting in there, and he's always, you know what I mean, debative, but quiet, real quiet, didn't do a lot of talking. But it's like, I think he didn't like me because I talk too damn much. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like he looked for flaws in what I said. So we was talking, and whatever it was, it led to a stupid conversation as far as he was saying that Florida got, that Kissimmee got more people than New York City. Everybody know New York City, biggest city in the United States, that in California. But, 1-2 talking about Kissimmee had more people. Because I'm trying to tell him, like, you come from a slower environment, so things move slower. That's why you laid back. But I'm from the big city where everything is moving a mile a minute. Bang, 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 bang. He ain't trying to hear none of that, so he goes back and forth trying to tell me that. I said, man, get the almanac and look in the almanac. I ain't got to look in the almanac. Are you bugging out? Everybody from New York think that y'all all that and y'all this and that. And I said, dog, you know what I mean? That we all that. It's just we grew up faster because we got like 18 million people in the city. So the city never sleeps. You don't remember them saying that? And like, nah, but Kissimmee big too. You acting like we just a little country town. I'm like, yo, it is a little country town. No disrespect to Kissimmee, but compared to New York, you know what I mean? So he looked it up, and I think like Florida had like maybe 100-something thousand or 1.5 million, something like. But New York City had way more than that. So, we got out of it. But that's the type of stupid stuff that we used to deal with. But anyway, so 1-2, he in the door, he looking out, looking for the police. So while he looking for the police, they never closed the move. They never opened the doors for the move. So I dozed back off. And then next thing you know, they opened the doors. When they opened the door, being that I was sleepy, a respectable young man, you understand? But he came from an FCI. So he didn't understand that, when them doors pop, I'm out. Even though he's up and out when the doors pop too, but that's because he liked to be out. But being that I was sleepy, trying to respect his son and let me sleep, get my rest. But, I need my knife, and I need to be up, and I need to be on my feet in case something happened. You heard that? In that order. I need my knife, I need to be up, and I need to be on my feet. You know what I mean? I don't need to be laying in no bed when the doors open up at 5:30, you know what I mean, in the evening, and everybody hungry waiting to go to chow. You don't know what a dude might do, who was fighting over what before the doors close or whatever. So when the doors open, he goes outside, you know what I mean? So the police tells him to come back in the door. So he came back in the door. He didn't know what was going on, but they was going cell to cell. So I'm laying down, being that he came in. I never got up to get on my feet. So the police come, going door to door, open the door, and, whatever they doing. And next thing you know, I said, what they doing? He said, man, they opening all the doors one at a time. You know what I mean? I said, opening doors one at a time. So I jump up to go look, and I'm half discombobulated from sleep. So I grabbed, I looked out the door, and I seen they was doing like a search, pulling people out the cell and searching each cell, putting them back in and all this, you know what I mean, for whatever happened, why they had us locked in for so long. So when they come to me, getting ready to come to my cell, I jump up and I had a little white lightning in, what's that, a little Tabasco sauce bottle. Because they used to sell little joints for $10, like, you know, the small Tabasco sauce, you know, the little joint like this that Hillary Clinton said that she carry around like this big, $10, but it's a nice shot, you know what I mean, to get right. So I had a couple of them made up, you know, from out the big 24-ounce joints in the Sprite I was telling you about. So he turns around and tell me that the police going in the door. So I jump up, I grab the joint out. You know, I'm panicking now. You know what I mean? I can't even really think because I'm like, damn, they coming and my transfer in, his transfer in, and we both getting ready to leave. You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to get caught with this white lightning, but it's in a Tabasco bottle. You know what I mean? And Tabasco is red and the white lightning is white. But it could pass for water in the bottle like you clean the water out too. So that's how we normally do it, putting Tabasco bottles, sit on the locker. Police come in, they think you clean the bottle out to put some other seasoning in it or whatever. But I panics. And I take this the bottle with the Tabasco sauce and I grab a fiber bottle, you know. Yeah, I'm an old man. I was drinking the fiber, you know, the big fiber joints. It come white and then got the leaf of the fiber on it. So I take the white lightning and I pour the white lightning in the fiber bottle and I put it on the side of the locker. You know what I mean? So when the police come to our cell, they search the cell, take us out, search the cell. And then they come back and, you know, they told us to report to the lieutenant office. So I said, lieutenant office? You know what I mean? So we go up to the lieutenant office and the lieutenant tell me that, you know, he found some wine and, you know, they charging us with the wine. Who's going to claim the wine? We both in for a transfer. On man time, I'm supposed to clean the wine because it's my time, my joint. So I tell Wolford, you know what I mean, my man 1-2, I said, family, we're going to go to the shoe. We're going to see how it play out because they normally don't trip on the wine. But, you know, if they talk about going to DHO, I'm going to go in and I'm going to claim it. You understand what I'm saying? So I go in the lieutenant office and I tell the lieutenant, okay, well, if I claim the wine, what's going to happen to my cellie? He said, oh, it's a new rule after the cop got killed. So now you both got to go to the shoe. You know what I mean? Because I was just going to claim it and let him go. You know what I mean? But so I said, so if I claim it or he claim it, you know, we both going to the shoe anyway until we see DHO. He said, yeah. You know what I mean? I said, so I couldn't claim it and let him go. You know what I mean? And the lieutenant was cool, you know, Mexican lieutenant, real cool. I ain't even gonna say his name because he probably still working. So he said, nah, I gotta lock both of y'all up, man. So what y'all need to do is go back in the shoe, you know what I mean? Figure something out, you know what I mean? And then you let me know whatever you figure out, I'm gonna work it out. You know what I mean? So Wolford pissed, you know what I mean? So I told my man 1-2, I said, look, I'm gonna just claim it now to end it. You know what I mean? So he's like, yeah, but they're going to keep me in the hole. I said, all right. So we both go to the hole and we go back there and we see what's going on and, you know, how we could get out of it because, you know, I'm the head orderly where people come in to get supplies in and out my room every day. So they see the lights going, you know, the people coming in to my room. I got a store, you know what I mean? I got the cleaning supplies. People come, you know, buy cleaning supplies from me and things like that. So I said, we might be able to work it out by saying that my cell is a common area, that our cell is a common area. He said, man, you just make sure that if anything, I said, dude, if anything go down, I'm going to claim it. Don't even trip. By the time we go to DHO, I'm going to cut you loose. You know what I mean? But right now, they said we both got to be in the shoe. There's some new rule they got. So being we both got to be in the shoe, it gives us time, or should I say me, time to figure something out. So we get back there, and the lieutenant takes us back there. I say to the lieutenant, I said, yo, we both in for a transfer, man. You can't just throw this out. You know what I mean? Like, I got 100 flat books, a stamp. You know what I mean? 100 flat books. Remember, they could take the flat books to the local post office and trade them in. 100 flat books at like $7.40 a book at the time, like $700. So I'm trying to bribe them. I'm like, man, I got 100 flat books. You know what I mean? I give you right now. You know what I mean? You throw the shot out. He said, man, I can't throw it out because the officer that found the wine, put it in the computer, and once it go in the computer, you can't erase it out the computer, and it's a 100 series shot. So a 100 series shot have to go to DHO. DHO, because somebody asked me in the comments, is disciplinary hearing officer. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and you'll see the Cash App on the screen and cop the book of Ruin Harlem. So that's DHO. You know what I mean? Disciplinary hearing officer. So he telling me that we got to go through it. So being there, you know, he liked the fact that I was on some man time and, you know, he know it's my wine. You know, so he said, look, man, this is what we're going to do. I looked in the computer. I see you getting ready to get transferred. He getting ready to get transferred. Y'all getting ready to get closer to home. Y'all been doing real good. He said, well, I'm going to give y'all a couple of days because before you go to UDC's Unit Disciplinary Committee, UDC, Unit Disciplinary Committee. So, you know, that's where you go and, you know, it's like arraignment where they ask you, how do you plead? And then, you know, you tell them how you plead and they look at the statement that you gave the lieutenant and, you know, the officer, and they put it all together and they recommend it to DHO, or they give you extra duty or whatever they're going to do, or take good time or whatever they're going to do. But, you know, I ain't give no statement. You know what I mean? My man ain't get no statement. They just locked us up. So when we go to UDC, well, right before we go to UDC, the lieutenant come back and he said, look, man, you know, I looked you up. I see you on some man time. You done got into it, the police. You've been to ADX, Lewisburg, you know what I mean? Coleman, Florida. You've been all over the place. You know what I mean? So I know you on some man time, and I ain't trying to drag off your transfer for no punk-ass wine. He said, all you got to do is find somebody back here. You understand what I'm saying? To say that it's theirs. And once they say it's theirs, I'm going to cut you loose. And I just give them the wine shot. But I see you reputable, so you can find somebody claim it. So you got 3 days to find somebody to own up to this wine, but somebody got to go down for this wine. You know what I mean? So I said, you know, so if nobody go down, what happened? He said, then both of y'all going down. I said, nah, well, I'm going to tell you straight up, Lieutenant, being that you being 100, it's my wine, man. He said, okay, well, it's your duty to find somebody to claim that wine, or we got to lock you up. You're going to lose your transfer and everything else. You know what I mean? He said, but I'm going to give you that blessing. So while I'm in there, I go to rec the next day, and it's a cool dude. I can't remember his name for nothing. It was the life of me, man. But a cool dude, man. He was over in 6 unit, like 6A, and I was in 3A. He on the other side of the compound. But I remember that he was in there, and went that same day when I passed out in the cell, he stayed sleeping because he was so drunk that he stayed sleeping, and the police did the same thing in his unit, opened up the door one at a time when they came through. But in his unit, he was so drunk and he passed out, they banged on the door, tell him to stand up, to come out and cuff up, and he ain't even budged. So when they opened the door, they breathalyzed him and he came up drunk, you know? So they put him in the shoe the same day. And early that day, he was in my man, damn, I can't remember his man name either. He was with his man from Virginia. They both from Virginia. This is a Virginia story. I got put in the title. Both of them is in there. He from Virginia, so the Virginia dude, you know what I mean, get drunk, you know what I mean? Damn, they ain't got to come to me. But we go back over there, man. So I said, damn, Shorty was in the unit. He's drunk. So the next day we in the cell, in the rec cage. So I tell him, look, I got caught with the wine in the cell. You know I'm in for the transfer. You understand what I'm saying? You got drunk, you know what I mean? And you already got a wine shot. And the camera showed that you was in the unit, and you even came in my cell to see me that day. You know what I mean? And we blew a couple of joints. You know what I mean? Me and him smoked a couple of joints in the cell. And then he left and went back and chilled with his man. I'm going to think of his man's name at least, because the man was in my unit. But he goes back to his unit, walk across the compound, pissy drunk. He go back in the unit, and then he gets locked up. So I said, look, the lieutenant said that all I got to do is get somebody to claim it. You know what I mean? I'll give you $250, you know what I mean? If you just say it's your wine. You already got your breathalyzer joint, so you're already drunk, you're already going down, you ain't getting transferred, you ain't trying to do nothing, ain't nothing going on. You here and you comfortable here. You know what I mean? So let me give you $250 to claim this wine, man. You know what I mean? So you're like, bet. I think his celly name was Chicken or something like that. But, you know, damn, what was his celly name? But he said, yo, his man that was in my unit, not his celly, he said, yo, just give me $250, I'm going to claim it. I said, I bet. So I said, when the lieutenant come through, I'm going to tell him that you came in the cell, you know what I mean, to see me. You know what I mean? We was in there chilling. You left. And then when they closed the move, you ran late. You know what I mean? You had a little bit of wine left in a little white fiber bottle, and you went in the cell that you normally go in, that they got, you know, the unit go to get orderly supplies, and you put it down behind the locker. You know what I mean? So that's possession that is his. So the lieutenant came around and he told him, he said, yeah, that's my wine. I was over there drinking. You could look on the camera. I went in the cell. You know what I mean? When they called a move, I didn't want to walk across the compound with the wine. So I took the wine and I put the wine, you know, in cell 128 behind the far locker in a white fiber bottle by the brooms because I seen everybody in the unit go in that cell for something. So when it was time to leave and they called emergency lockdown, you know, I went and stashed it in there, so that's my wine. So the lieutenant looked at him, smiled. He said, man, all right. So he put it down. It was his wine. So now it was time to go to DHO. But the lieutenant was so cool that once he claimed the wine, he let me and my cellie back out. So me and my cellie in the compound, and we waiting to go to DHO. Normally they keep you back there. So now when they let us out the compound, you know, back to the compound, the Virginia dude, you know what I mean? He back there, and I gave his man the $250. I sent him $250 on the wire. He got his money, so everything is good. But his man didn't really know how to move, so his man didn't get word to him yet that he got paid. You know what I mean? And then when he did get word that he got paid, now he found out that they already released me and my man. So being that they released me and my man, now he tried to get fast. You understand? Not on no cruddy time. I'm going to think of his name because he on some man time. He tried to get fast and tried to manipulate the system and say, okay, because they threw me and my man shot out and gave him the shot. So our shot is expunged and he got the shot. So now he tried to get fast and tell them, y'all, you know, I changed my mind. That wasn't my wine. You know what I mean? So he went to DHO for his joint. And when he went to DHO for his joint, he pled guilty to it. And they said, well, you got another shot coming up where, you know, they did it late. So you're going to be at the next hearing for this wine shot. You know what I mean? So he said, man, I don't know nothing about the other shot. You know what I mean? I just blew dirty when y'all, you know, gave me the breathalyzer. You know what I mean? So the DHO let him go back to the shoe, you know what I mean? And told him, well, when I come back, you know what I mean? If you don't claim it, we're going to have to go lock them up. You know what I mean? So now the lieutenant come to me and he tell me, man, you know, your man made me look bad. I went on, you know, the bat for you. I let him claim the wine, and now he claimed the wine. And, you know, all of a sudden, you know, when he go to DHO, he said it wasn't his, you know, when we had you and your cellie, you know what I mean? But we already let you go. You know what I mean? He said, y'all probably beat it that way, but come on, man. Your man can't make me look bad like that because the cop just got killed. We cleaned that up. We got structure now. I'm trying to go by the structure, but I'm still trying to look out on some convict time for the men like you. You know what I mean? So I said, man, take me back there to go see my man. You know what I mean? They don't normally bring you back there to go see nobody unless there's something going on. Then they'll take the shot caller back there to talk to whoever is wilding out, throwing feces on the police. Yeah, feces. You know what I mean? Because dudes be back there wilding, throwing, you know, feces on police and pissing a bottle and squirting it all on the police. So they'll bring the shot caller back there to tell the little homie, yo, chill out with the feces throwing, man. You know what I mean? Police gonna give us 200 books of stamps for, you know, for you to chill out. You know what I mean? So that's how we work the police. You got a dude in the hole and you're trying to get some stamps, you know, on the compound. You know what I mean? You send word back there to your man, you're wild out. You know what I mean? So your man wilding out, throwing feces, throwing food out the tray, jacking the slot. Jacking the slot is where you stick your hand through the slot and the police can't close the slot. So he can't walk off the tee until you close the joint, and he can't slam your arm in the joint because there's a camera in the hallway that see you. But you can get a shot for jacking the slot, but they didn't even give you a shot for that. So now, when that happens, that's when police come to the compound, say, man, your man Unique back there acting crazy. You need to talk to him. You know what I mean? So then, you know, I tell him, man, look, man, I'm going to go talk to him, man, but you got to give me 200 books of stamps, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, I need 200 books of stamps. 200 books of stamp is $1,000 at $5 a book. Say, man, I need a G, man. You know what I mean? I get my man to chill out. So that's how we work the system. The homie, the whole wilding out. So then at the same time when that happened, now we go get some tobacco. I'll go buy a little $200-300 worth of tobacco. And, you know, I give it to that same police and say, here, get this to my man. You know, that's his cut from the joint. Just so you see, this is how we work the system. Y'all getting it real raw and uncut. You ask anybody in the feds, ain't no capping over here. Cop the book of Rowan Harlem. And we on the shut the fuck up mode. Because they said I ain't been promoting it, so they want to hear me promote it. You know what I mean? My subscribers. But now this is where my man is at. He's on some shut the F up time. You know what I mean? The dude that claimed it from Virginia. So now, when the lieutenant come, I tell him, take me back there, go see the homie. Hit that like button, man. You know what I mean? Tell me, go see the homie. So he take me back there, I go see the homie. I said, damn, what's happening, homie? And he said, nah, you know I'm going to claim that joint, man. He said, I just wanted to ruffle their feathers because I know they screwed up by letting you out. So, you know what I mean? I just want to give him a hard time. You know what I mean? So I said, all right, I'm going to tell him he got to give you 50 books. You know what I mean? For you to go claim it now. You know what I mean? That's another $250, but in penitentiary money. I sent the $250 Western Union to his man. Gravy, that's it. His man, yo, anybody know Gravy from Virginia? Tell Gravy to holler at me because I need to get in touch with this man that helped me down for the wine. That was his name. A heavy-set kid, I forgot, maybe Mechanicsville, somewhere in Virginia, but his name was Gravy. Y'all know Gravy from Virginia. Tell him to holler at me. That was his name, Gravy. But the dude that claimed that I can't remember his name, he had a perm and all that, good dude, dark skin, was official, liked to fight, pushed the knife and all that. But Gravy was a good laid-back dude, so he told me send the money to Gravy because he knew Gravy was going to make sure he got his cut out of it. But anyway, so the homie in the hole telling me, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. You know what I mean? So I said, I got you. You know, so I go to the lieutenant. He said, you know I'm going to claim it regardless. I said, I know you're going to claim it, but he done brought me back here. So for me coming back here, you know what I mean? I got to be compensated. You know what I mean? So I'm going to tell him, give me 50 books, you know what I mean, for me to calm you down. And I'm going to send you back some tobacco and, you know what I mean, a bag of food, you know, stuff they don't sell on the commissary so you can eat good. So he started laughing. He said, man, that's why I mess with you, OG, because you know how to manipulate the system. I said, I got you. So now I go tell the lieutenant. I call the lieutenant over there and my man tell him, yeah, man, I'm going to claim it. You know what I mean? He said, man, I'm going to claim it, man. But he told the lieutenant straight up. He said, yo, you know I wasn't going to disrespect you and put you, you know, put your job in liberty. You know what I mean? By not claiming it. But the DHO was talking real greasy to me, and I don't play that greasiness. You know what I mean? So he said, yeah, but you have me scared, man, because I don't release Hall and his Celly Black. Wolford Black was his name. You know what I mean? From Kissimmee. And I don't release the Celly Wolford Black. And now it's falling on me because if you don't claim it, then nobody get the charge. Then in the region gonna see it all the way in Washington and up in Dublin at the main office and da-da-da. And, you know, so I said, don't even trip. My man got it. My man said, yeah, well, tell the DHO he need to get some goddamn respect because he talking to me like I'm all crazy. You know what I mean? So he said, I got you. I said, all right, well, give me 50 books. You know what I mean? So Lieutenant give me a little 50 books. I go out there, I get some tobacco. I go to Gravy, send Gravy to the store. Gravy go buy a bunch of food. We put it in a laundry bag, put the tobacco in the soup, send it up there to him through the same lieutenant. Now the homie good. So now he goes to DHO. When he goes to DHO and he walks in and the DHO said, do we got to pull Hall and Black back in here? Because I know it was Hall's. You know what I mean? I never believed that anyway. You're not even in that unit. You're all the way in 6A, and you're here over here in 3A, and you claiming a wine. The lieutenant took that statement, da-da-da, and he talking greasy. So my man said, hold up, man, get the lieutenant. So the lieutenant come in there, you know what I mean? So when he come in there, the lieutenant there, and my man said to the lieutenant, yo, tell him to watch his mouth, man. You know what I mean? Tell him to watch his mouth, because he talking real greasy to me. You know what I mean? So the lieutenant said, what happened? Because the lieutenant, you know, he runs the show. You know, DHO on their own time, but he runs the show. So he said, nah, he talking real greasy to me like I'm some kind of sucker or something. I'm not even going to play all this, man. You know what I mean? And he said, first of all, I'm going to tell you in front of him, yo, it was my wine, but now they trying to tell me they don't believe it was my wine. They think it was Unique's wine and this and that. I'm telling you it was my wine. I told you it was my wine. You gave me the statement it was my wine, but now they threatening to bring the homie Unique back here. You know what I mean? Because they were threatening to, like, throw out his guilty plea and bring me and Wolford Black back there. You know what I mean? Just so they could screw off my transfer because they hated me over there. I'm going to tell you how they hated me later. If you want to know how the police harassed me and how I had to step to them and keep my foot on their neck, y'all put in the comments. You know what I mean? So we up in the joint and, you know, he claimed the wine. And, you know, he got his little bit of time or whatever he got. I think it was like something light. He got like 90 days in the shoe, 90 days solitary confinement. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing. You know what I mean? So, you know, we both laughed it off because the lieutenant came back and said, yeah, they gave him 30 days for his blowing dirty, and then they gave him 60 days for yours because they knew it was yours. You know what I mean? So I said, yeah, I would take my man this 25 books, man. That's another $100. Because, you know what I mean? You get 25 books for 100 on the wire, but in the compound, 20 books at 5 books of stamps is $100, but you send on the wire is 25. So I sent him up a little 25 books. You know what I mean? So he could buy whatever he want off the tip. So the lieutenant started laughing. He said, man, good luck when you get where you go, man, but you ain't going to run into no other prison that run like how this joint run, man. So slow down on the drinking. Slow down on the smoking. He said, we know you smoking mad weed. We know you drinking. We don't piss you. You know what I mean? That's to see if you got weed in you. We don't breathalyze you. You know what I mean? We let y'all do what you want to do, but you get ready to go to medium. I came from a medium. This is what the lieutenant telling me. So when you go there, you got to fall back from all that and be more discreet. So that's how I knew when I got to the medium to tighten my joint up if I was trying to get out of prison. Slow down on my drinking, not stop it. Slow down on my drinking, but stop the weed, because the weed stay in your system 30 days. And, you know, I could drink my little white lightning when the door closed at 10 o'clock. And by 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm good. They don't start breathalyzing again until like 5, 6 in the evening. By then, the weed, the alcohol is out my system. So if they want to blow me, that's last night. I'm good. You know what I mean? And, you know, because they do that breathalyzer, like how the police pull you over and tell you to blow in the thing and it read how much alcohol you got or whatever, right? So now, you know, after he tell me that, 90 days go by, my man come out the hole. So my man come out the hole, I see my man, I gave him a little $200 in food, looked out for him. Man, I can't remember his name, good dude, man. But, you know, so that's what happened with that joint in Atwater, man. You know, that joint was crazy. Man, I hope this joint was recording. If it wasn't recording, man, we have to do it later because I don't even see the joint moving. Oh, now it's moving. We at 30 minutes. Y'all done got too much already, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, the Cash App, cop the Book of Row in Harlem. And like my man did when he went back there and he claimed the joint for me, shut the F up. Get the shirt, shut the F up, all right? So y'all know what time it is, man. We're in the house. Let's go.
Hi guys, welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located in Freeport on the Nautical Mile. Just wanted to introduce my partner, Amy.
Hi guys, how are you? And this is my sister-in-law, Diana, another partner. I just ask that you come support our minority-owned business. We serve Asian fusion, Caribbean cuisine, and we have a beautiful restaurant located on the Nautical Mile in Freeport, New York. And we're asking that you come check us out and also make sure to tune in to Mecca Audio TV.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. What? Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. Heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. Bruh. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them, cause they the truth them, and bless up to all the root men.